All right, everyone. Welcome to the first official episode
Upload.
of the Castle Family Vlog. Hope everyone's having a wonderful weekend, just like we are today. And today we're actually going to be talking about the Disney hotels that we've actually stayed at on property, and we're going to rank them. So comment down below, how many hotels do you think we've stayed at on Disney property? You might be surprised at the number. So,
Now keep in mind, in our rankings, we're doing overall experience, property, and for us, our personal memories from the trip, and that's why we're ranking it in certain places.
and some of them are with children, some of them are without
Correct.
children.
Some of them were from
Long,
back in
long
the
time
day.
ago, back in the day. Remember, we started going to Disney World 2011. 2011.
So some of these hotels have since been renovated, but
Yes.
when we went, we're not.
And we will divulge into that as we go through our rankings. And we're going to go from least favorite to favorite. We're not going to say worst to best. We're going to say least favorite to favorite.
Correct.
Okay, and let's take it away.
All right.
Take it away.
All right.
Starting with number 9. Ladies first.
Number 9. So we have personal reasons as to why this one is ranked number 9. And we chose Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village as number 9. And the reasoning for us, now there were some pros. The property is actually really beautiful, and it's pretty cool that the safari is there. During the day you can see some of the animals, and that's awesome. But the distance the hotel is from everything. Now obviously it's closest to Animal Kingdom Park, but in proximity to the other parks, I think it was just a really long ride. Especially, this was a more recent one for us, so we went with our son and his parents and sister, so everything felt like such a long ride away. Then take into account that where our room was in Kidani Village, just to get to the pool, I swear it was like a 10-minute walk. The way they took us to show us to get around was through the hotel, the opposite side of the hotel, elevator banks, down to the parking lot, had us walk through the parking lot, and then up to the pool. So for me, that wasn't convenient.
No, especially with, at the time, my mother and Rebecca were actually both, they were, well, my mom specifically has a hard time walking, so we had to get her a scooter, and she actually needed to use the scooter to get from the room to the hotel, to get from the room to the pool. And it was just, even where our room was located, to get to the room
It was a bit distance.
from the elevator itself.
Yeah.
No, not the elevator. To get down to get food to the main lobby. That was another long. It was just
a little too far from everything for our taste, especially when you're with kids and with a big group of people. To get everybody going is too much. Now, the main reasoning for us to be number 9 is the fact that we had a really horrible experience at this hotel. For all the years and all the times we stayed on Disney property, this one was a bad one. Unfortunately, we had property stolen from our room, on top of the fact that our room was dirty when we got there. So we had money and personal items stolen from our room, and when we spoke to, I guess, the head of housekeeping, she helped us, but it didn't seem like anybody really wanted to, like, they weren't taking it serious. Like, oh, okay, whatever, you lost it was $100, lost $100. It's no, like, $100 is a lot of money. Like, that's no big deal. But at least that's why.
yeah,
It's
and we
number
both
9.
agree that one's number 9.
Yeah, we don't agree on all of them.
Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, we're not. We may be together going on 19 years, but we still have disagreements. So, number 8 ladies first, always.
Okay, well, number 8 is our first disagreement. It is French Quarters, Port Orleans. Port Orleans, French Quarters.
Yes.
It is one of the first moderate hotels we stayed at.
Yes.
Now, this is all the way back in 2015.
2015.
So, compared to all the resorts now, I think this resort is a bit outdated. The theming of the pool was kind of cute. It's great for kids, but it was And I enjoyed the trip, but I'm not saying there's anything extremely horrible about this resort. I just think that in comparison to the other resorts we stayed at, it's definitely lower on my list of favorites. The other ones just really outshine this one.
Okay. For me, Old Key West. Now, it's never going to be that I have bad things to say about them, except maybe Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Yeah, that one's a
But
special one.
the rest of them, it's just, you can tell it's the first Disney Vacation Club resort because for me, very outdated, in much need of a renovation, much need. The pool needs renovating. The pool needs, I think, an overhaul of a theme. And in general, that's for me why I put Old Key West at number 8 for me.
Yeah. Well, but on number 7, we both agree again. We both say that our favorite for number 7 comes in Coronado Springs.
Now, this one, Coronado Springs, was a part of a split stay in 2015
With Port Orleans French
with Port
Quarters.
Orleans French Quarters. We actually did Port Orleans first, then we did we
did
actually did Coronado
first.
Springs first, then we did Port Orleans French Quarter second.
Correct.
I don't know about for you, but for me, you can tell that this one is a convention center.
Yes.
It's
I
very
agree with
laid
that.
out like a convention center. Everything is very, very spaced out, but you can tell that their main thing for Coronado Springs back then.
Yes, back then. Because we've seen it now.
No Destino Tower.
Destino Tower was impressive.
Yes,
but,
we've actually eaten there very recently.
and we went to the Dahlia Lounge.
Yes,
and
so
we're trying to go based off of, in fairness, how we experience the resort when we actually stay there. And we haven't stayed there recently. We've only dined there at the restaurant up top, which I'm completely blanking on the name at the moment.
so am I.
And then we went to the Dahlia Lounge, which is right next to the restaurant, and we went to the Barcelona Lounge in the lobby. And the Destino Tower, whew, if we stay again, which we want to,
Coronado Springs.
it'll probably definitely go up. But we're going based off of our old experience, and Coronado was nice. I thought the pyramid pool was really cool back then, but gotta say it's still lower. I don't hate the resort, but we're going over personal overall.
It didn't give it Disney magic. It was definitely more of a, this is where companies are going to come to do conventions, or I think if I remember correctly, is where they have a lot of the pin conventions. Whenever there's like a Disney pin trading night going on, shows you how old I am, because I don't think they've done a pin trading night for a long, long time. So that's where we have number 7. Number 6 for me is French Quarter. So I rank it higher than my wife does. I liked it. I liked the cobblestone feel to it. I liked the quaint feel to it. It was, for me, it was kind of romantic. I liked it.
I'll give it to you. It's romantic, but I don't know. It's just, like I said, when we started this ranking, this is definitely has some personal vibes to it. And overall, with our trips and experiences we had, because for me, the one that comes in at this rank is Old Key West. I loved Old Key West. Now, yes, I'm going to agree with my husband. It is outdated. And one of the drawbacks is, like, for us, if we were to go there with our son, on a resort day or a rest day, we would go to the arcade, and the arcade there is so small. It's tiny.
I don't even remember the arcade.
I remember it. The positives I liked about it is that the boat was there going there to Disney Springs.
Yes.
And this trip that we spent at Old Key West was for my 30th birthday. And Disney Springs was pretty... We went to Disney Springs like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And, for that type of trip, this was free kids, big group of friends with us. Disney Springs was awesome to go to. We hit up a bunch of the restaurants. We had a few drinks at the different bars over there. So being close to Disney Springs was definitely a perk. And then we enjoyed Olivia's for breakfast, and it was nice.
For me, one con about French Quarter is when you take the bus, you start at French Quarter, but then you make your way to Riverside. And Riverside is even bigger than French Quarter.
And you have to make your way all the way through all the bus stops before you actually depart property to go towards the parks.
So that's number 6, right?
Yeah, we were up
now,
to number 6.
We're up to number 5. Ladies first.
For number 5, I'm ranking our stay at the Dolphin of Swan and Dolphin Hotels. Now, this trip was overall amazing because this was back in 2014. We got engaged. It was a beautiful trip. And if you guys want to hear our engagement story, please let us know. Write it down in the comments. See if you want to. We can do a brief little video about how we got engaged, and
I don't mind talking about it. I'm proud of it. I did.
He did good. He did
good. Put some bling down in the comments if you want us to do a video about the engagement.
So inside the Dolphin itself, it's a really beautiful hotel. But when I go to Disney, I want to feel immersed in Disney, and it's not Disney enough for me. It feels like just a very high-end hotel, and it ranks number 5 mid-pack simply because of the beautiful experience we had. It was an engagement trip. They were kind to us and put like a little card in our room when they found out we got engaged. And this one's definitely the overall experience as to why it's ranked a little bit higher than some of the other ones for me.
Understood. For me, I believe, excuse me, Fort Wilderness Lodge. That was the most recent trip we just did. That was earlier this year in January. Quick little baby moon vacation, as a matter of fact. Rebecca was pregnant with our second baby, and it was a quick little. Hey, we were actually scheduled to go in December, but our firstborn caught pneumonia the week of Thanksgiving, and we actually spent Thanksgiving in the hospital. And the trip was literally the next week. We were actually scheduled to go on our anniversary, but through Disney Magic and the pixie dust that they gave us, they helped Rebecca reschedule it very easily. We were originally supposed to stay at Gran Destino Club level, but that wasn't available. A room wasn't available, and it seemed that it was available for Rebecca's birthday. So this is her second birthday trip that she's done. You've done one, but it was a really big trip. One-ish. It wasn't a big trip. We weren't there on my actual birthday. One-ish. It's also very hard to go. Going off on a tangent. Number 1, it's very hard to go on my birthday. My birthday's in July. For anyone that knows, you don't do Florida in the summer months. But anyway, Fort Wilderness Lodge, we actually were able to stay club level. So we got to stay at the Old Faithful Club.
Gosh. Shame. Yes, it was the closest one.
It was the most recent one, and I forgot. But it was club level, and we were actually blessed with a theme park view of Magic Kingdom.
We're going to talk about that when I talk.
Yeah.
When I tell you where the Wilderness Lodge is for me in that
So,
rank.
For me, that ranks again as number 5. The overall, loved it. Definitely want to go back and do it more. And we just missed seeing the holiday tree in the lobby.
It's the only disappointment about that trip.
Gotta tell you, it's my second favorite smelling hotel.
Okay, I can see that.
My second favorite smelling hotel. So, on to the next one.
So for us, we both ranked.
We both agree.
Nice. Number 4 at the same hotel, and that's the Boardwalk Inn. Now, this trip was a random last-minute trip that I decided I wanted to book. So we were already scheduled to do our Animal Kingdom trip for November, and like, typical Disney fans do. You're on the website, you're checking to see, hey, the website we run through. So we'll do a little plug here. David's Vacation Rentals.
Excuse me.
They rent and sell DVC points. So when we go, a lot of the times, besides doing this last one at club level, we'll rent DVC points from a current member, and we'll stay in a 1-bedroom villa when we're there.
Minimum.
Yeah, and we say that simply because we have a kid, and at the end of the night, we like to have an actual living room area to be able to hang out in. Now, if you guys want to know about that, let us know in the comments. We can give you further information, and we'll even put the link to David's in down below.
We'll probably make another video explaining renting points specifically for us from David's. But I gotta say, Boardwalk.
Oh, I love Boardwalk. Definitely, that's why it's so high up on the list before. I love Boardwalk. We walked to Epcot. The boardwalk itself was beautiful. The food along the boardwalk, we hit up the deli over there, and one of the restaurants, I wrote it down over here, Big River Grill and Brew. Their food was good. We sat outside. The lobby was gorgeous. I enjoyed every aspect of that trip. Our view from our room was awesome.
The lawn was awesome. The lawn was perfect.
The big lawn was great with Danny, because we went out there on one of our resort days, and we just hung out. I think we grabbed pretzels and a couple drinks, and we sat on the lawn and we just chilled. Danny got to run around a little bit. The breeze coming off the water was really nice. Absolutely love the boardwalk. That is great. Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would say a boardwalk again. And we like to try and move around, but boardwalk's one of those that I'm like, I have to try that again.
Yeah.
So, coming in at number 3, we, once again, don't agree on this one.
That's right.
But I'll let you go first this time.
For me, number 3 is the Dolphin that my wife ranked so low. Shows you what she thinks about, yeah, I'll say it, what she thinks about our engagement trip.
I loved our engagement
trip. For me, our engagement trip was exhausting. Every day was double park day, whether it was Universal, Disney, Disney. But it was...
We were younger then, so we could do 2 parks in one day and park hopper. I don't think I could do that now.
It was... Getting engaged was one of the most nerve-wracking things that I'll never want to do ever again in my entire life.
Well, you shouldn't have to, so...
Which I never will. But also, the fact that we were on the second to last ever backlot tour.
Sorry.
For me.
I thought I heard the kids.
For me. To actually say I was on the second. I mean, it's bittersweet after the fact, but to say that I was on the second to last ever backlot tour, it meant a lot. And then I got to do it with my then fiance, newly engaged fiance. But that trip was awesome. I loved that trip. For me, it was awesome. So yeah.
For me, coming in at number 3 is going to be our stay at the Wilderness Lodge. We stayed club level, and let me tell you, Wilderness Lodge is beautiful. I wrote some notes down here. The concierge staff was phenomenal. Whenever we had questions, they were able to help us out with checking us in. So when you walk in for a club level stay, we stopped at the front desk, and they were like, oh, no problem. It's good to see you guys, but we had someone to come downstairs and personally take care of you. They come down from club level and escort you up to the private club level area, and they have a desk to check you in and talk you through. They give you a tour of the club, and then you get to go into your room. I think our room was ready right away too.
I believe it was.
Because I think we arrived, what, noonish?
No.
Early?
We got there pretty early.
Okay, well, either way, our room was ready right away. Now, the lobby, if any of you have seen it, the lobby in Wilderness Lodge is grand. It's big, and like he said, my only sadness is that we missed the tree at Wilderness Lodge. Then the theme park in our room. So as a club level person, you can stay in the club, and they have like a little balcony area that they plug in the music from Magic Kingdom for you to watch the fireworks, right? But we got the view from our room, so we were just smart and we found a YouTube video that had the music and Disney Magic, I guess I would have to say. We were able to perfectly sync it up, and we watched the fireworks from our room with the Disney Magic music, and it was perfect. It was perfect.
It was.
And the resort was so peaceful because we ate at Geyser Point one day just to try it out, because obviously, you know, for club level the food's included, but the view out there is right on the water. It's quiet and peaceful. It was a perfect baby moon.
Yeah,
perfect relaxing trip.
The reason we went to the restaurant was because I actually wanted to like get a full meal. For anyone that's stayed club level, you know, it's always kind of like
Nice.
little finger foods, and
we were able to fill up for dinner though.
I'm a big man. I wanted
Lunch
like
was
a big,
little too light.
Lunch is the one that's it's
a
light.
little too light.
Yeah, best grilled cheese and tomato bisque soup we've ever had.
If you have any Disney cast members out there watching, the chef that they have in Old Faithful Club back in January, if it's the same person, he made this tomato bisque soup with little grilled cheese sandwiches, and it was heavenly. It made me come home, and we're not big tomato soup people. It made me come home and look up a recipe how to make one.
Still haven't done it yet, but we're gonna do it
there.
soon.
It was good,
it's
though.
finally fall weather, and that's good tomato bisque stuff. So, yeah, that's
All right, so
now we're boring. Now we both agree on the top two.
correct. So coming in at number 2 for both of us is going to be Saratoga Springs.
The first one that lands on the list where we've stayed multiple times.
Correct. This is the one that we've stayed twice at.
Twice.
And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but we try to make it around as much as possible to other resorts, just because that's our thing. We want to do different hotels every time we stay. But I'll start off with saying that Saratoga Springs has a special place in my heart. It is the first resort that our eldest son Danny went to for his very first Disney trip, let alone that it was there for his first birthday. And the hotel is great. It has such a large property. It's one of those hotels that everything's spaced out perfectly. I did not like Animal Kingdom, where I felt like I was walking 20 minutes at a time sometimes.
Yeah.
It was quick walk to the lobby, a quick walk to the quick service, and everything was in perfect distance to each other. The kiddie splash area by the grandstand was so adorable. They had like these little, you know how back in the day you had a horse head with a little stick and you pretended you rode around? It looked like that for the kids splash area. And then
shout out to the grandstand. That's where we stayed.
Yeah, the grandstand was good, and it was our first family trip. So, like I said in the beginning, overall experience, this one definitely jumped up.
Didn't the second time we have a little pixie dust magic and we saw characters randomly walking in front of the artist palette, right?
In their 50th attire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Goofy and Donald.
Yeah.
It was Donald.
That's right, baby. Donald, number 1. Thank you very much.
Okay, so we agree on number 1. And
hold on, before we reveal, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications. And put in the comments what you think our number 1 hotel is.
And we'll let you, I guess you'll see if you're right.
I'll do a silent drum roll because the babies are sleeping.
Coming in at number 1 for us is Aulani. We stayed at the Aulani Resort in Hawaii for our honeymoon back in 2016, and let me tell you guys, if you're going to be able to make it over there, you have to try at least once in your life. Aulani was beautiful, though. I can't say enough good things about it. Like, the spa was phenomenal. We went to the spa and we got a couple massage and we got to rest. He did the cool water polar plunge.
I did the polar plunge. I was dumb. I did the polar plunge first, and then I did the hot
and he got
pool.
That tingly,
No, it was a
achy
burning.
feeling.
No, it was a burning sensation. It burned.
Okay, well,
I
we're not
should-
going to talk about that. That's not the
Anyway, that
positive.
was. They
Anyway.
had an adult section.
was amazing.
I mean, going into
The food was decent. Sorry, I cut you off,
Yeah,
but
no.
I love that resort. The food was decent. The spa was amazing. The adults only area is awesome. The beach is beautiful and clear.
You didn't even say your favorite part.
What am I missing? Oh, the smell.
No,
What?
it's a lazy river.
Well, I'll get there, but the scent though, the scent. So you know every Disney hotel has a smell, and that's the only hotel so far that I don't know what it is. Certain little things trigger it, and it takes me right back to walking into that lobby.
Yeah.
That smell. But yes, our hotel room wound up being on the first floor, and our patio exited right onto the main path that had the stairs to the lazy river. And if you guys who are watching who know me know I love our lazy river. I started every single day of my honeymoon on the lazy river.
It had to be before my cup of coffee. There was no cups of coffee before the lazy river. And then they also
You
had
woke up
they
and-
had a reef that you could go snorkeling in. We
And
did
make
that every
coral
day.
reef. That was beautiful. It was
Um,
cold.
It was cold.
It was
cold.
beautiful.
It was awesome. They have multiple little infinity pool, jacuzzi areas that are adult only. We didn't do any excursions that were done by Disney there. But
We did our own little trip around the island
Yeah.
though. That's all non-Disney stuff. If you guys are interested to hear about our honeymoon, put it in the comments. That's like I said, maybe we'll do a joint video of our engagement, wedding, and honeymoon, and talk about all the different things we did.
yeah,
Because the honeymoon trip was a lot of fun. We did a lot of things. We went to like some of the big spots on the island.
Yeah.
It was
but
awesome.
so there you go. There we've done 9 hotels. Some of them multiple times. So Saratoga multiple times, and just to finally bring it back for everyone, my list from 9 to 1 is Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village, Old Key West, Coronado, French Quarter, Wilderness Lodge, Boardwalk Inn, Dolphin, Saratoga, and Aulani. That was from 9 to 1 for me.
For me, from 9 to 1, it's going to be Animal Kingdom Lodge, French Quarter, Coronado, Old Key West, Dolphin, Boardwalk Inn, Wilderness Lodge, Saratoga, and Aulani. I'll try and put something on the screen so you guys just see it
Yeah,
together.
you'll see the comparison. And with everyone that we talk about, we're going to include some pictures of, a tradition that we always do is we always take a picture of the sign of the hotel every time we go.
It's a little thing.
It's a little thing that we do, and we'll try to include some pictures so
From
you
the
guys can
trips and
see from the
stuff.
trips. But put down in the comments, what's your favorite resort that you've stayed at? And you'll probably get another one of what our still goals are for what hotels.
Yeah, that's what we've been
we wanna
discussing
do.
as our next episode.
What hotels do we still want to hit up? What hotels do we still want to do? What hotels do I want my wife to experience that I've done as a child? I had different experiences from what I did with my parents as a kid, from what Rebecca and I are doing. She's not that happy, but she's gonna excuse me, she's gonna experience a value resort one day.
Listen, he started me up at a higher, or my word I like to say, bougie level, and it's gonna be different going back down to a value.
That'll
resort.
probably be a split stay. That'll be a split stay.
Maybe we'll start at the value and end on my bouginess.
So
It's okay, We started off doing cheaper trips. We stayed off property in the beginning and did cheaper hotels. But now, we're a little bit better established in life, and I like to if I'm going on vacation, I'm gonna enjoy it.
But thanks for staying. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed
Please
another
subscribe.
episode. Yeah, hit subscribe, hit that ring that bell for notifications.
Share our page with your friends and family. Anybody out there looking for some Disney tips and tricks,
Castle.
or just looking to come along with us
Yeah.
on the journey.
Thanks for watching. Castle Family Vlog. Signing off. Till next time.
Bye.